What does it mean to escape? To many, including myself, escape is being distracted from reality, from everyday life. Escape is letting the world that surrounds you fade away while a new reality consumes you. Throughout my life, escape has taken many forms, from walks to all kinds of media, TV, books, film, music, and for a lot of my life, games. Today, I'm going to focus on my experience with virtual reality and how it led me to stop trying to escape and instead start appreciating everything that surrounded me. Like many people fresh out of high school, I started searching for a job and eventually landed one at a gas station not too far from where I lived. As far as jobs go, it wasn't the worst, but I definitely needed a goal to work towards and set my sights on finally owning my own VR headset. What drew me to virtual reality was all of its potential uses. On paper, it seemed like it would do so much to enhance my daily life and really changed the way I approached relaxing and entertainment. Since it was such a big purchase, I spent a lot of time researching and figuring out which accessories I needed. I chose the Quest 2. Designed by Oculus, it doubled as a PC VR headset and as a standalone device, while still being relatively affordable at just over 500 NZD. On a Monday, a few weeks later, my headset finally arrived.
You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long.
Honestly, those first few weeks were bliss. It was the greatest tech honeymoon phase I had ever experienced. Every day off from making coffees and pumping gas, I would spend with the Quest, transporting me out of my room, playing more and more new games as my paychecks rolled in. But, expectedly, as with any new device, as time went on, I started to use it less and less. Suddenly, the supposed solution to all my problems began collecting dust. It wasn't buyer's remorse, but an entirely different discovery. After spending so much time in the virtual world, screen strapped to my face, I actually began wanting to escape back to reality instead. In the real world, you couldn't make out pixels. A big barrier wouldn't stop you from hitting the wall, and you didn't have to feel objects from vibrations through your controllers. It was honestly a pretty silly moment where I realized how dumb I was to take for granted the most basic things in my life. Those being the sights and sounds. I'd spent so long trying to escape from my life through so many different mediums that I'd finally reached the point of using a device to transport me to other worlds. But it's really not that serious. So I'm gonna do something a bit different today and compare life in virtual reality to life in the real world. There's a lot you can do in a VR headset that you probably won't ever experience in real life, and just for that, it's worth trying. For the longest time, I wanted to make this video all about the intricacies of VR, the history, and so on, but all of that already exists. I've linked some really good videos covering all of that down below. What I learned from VR is that it only works as an addition to, not a replacement for the real world. And honestly, this may seem incredibly obvious, but when you're jaded and disinterested by your job, facing problems and struggling, another new escape is all that you can think about. Go touch grass. Thanks for watching. The video is over now.